So I have a question. We've been going to, it's like a Bible church that they're supposed to only be preaching the Bible, right?
Right.
Well, so they've now started having a lady preacher that comes in, and I love her. She's really enthusiastic. She sends a good message. But my children are looking at me like, is she supposed to be preaching? And so, are ladies allowed to do that?
Okay. Definitely a hot button issue here, and especially in a day of feminism and all kinds of, I know the Southern Baptist Convention has been in turmoil about issues like this, and other denominations have just totally begun ordaining women as pastors. I want to just read out of 1 Timothy chapter 2. We have a saying, when all else fails, follow directions. So what does the Bible say about this? Well, Paul the Apostle said, I do not permit a woman, now this is 1 Timothy 2:12, I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man, but to be in silence. Now, we have to follow the verbiage here very, very carefully, because every word matters in this verse. Notice he says, I don't permit a woman to teach who? I don't want her having authority over men, but to be in silence in that regard. Then he gives reasoning, and he's going to reach back all the way to Adam and Eve. And he says in verse 13, for Adam was formed first, then Eve. All right, there he's establishing headship. Adam was born or formed first, Eve came second. So the man, Adam, is always has been considered the head of the human race. All right, then verse 14, Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived fell into transgression. Now, what is he saying there? It seems to me he's saying that the woman being more emotional, being more of an emotional creature. Now, let me clarify, not less than, not less valuable than, not less intelligent than, not less gifted than, but the makeup of women is to be more emotional, more empathetic, sympathetic, compassionate than a man who tends to be more logical and just sort of systematic in the way that he thinks and arrives at conclusions. He is saying that the woman was the one the devil went for and deceived, not the man. Adam ate of the fruit, eyes wide open. And I personally believe it's a real message here that why do you do that? He knew what God had commanded. Why do you do it? I believe that Adam loved Eve. And at the moment, he decided, I really don't want to be separated from her in any way. So he chose Eve over God, but not deceived about what the devil had said. Eve was the one deceived. So I really believe that's the reason why women are not ever ordained in the Bible. And I believe that Paul the Apostle is clear here that a woman is not to pastor a church, not to be the senior pastor of a church. I believe that's a mistake. I don't believe it's in divine order. Now, can a woman evangelize? Can a woman teach? Well, Paul says they should teach women, but a woman can certainly evangelize. She can be hugely effective in the local church structure. Paul mentions many women, brags on them, that were great contributors to the early local churches and had positions that were very distinguished. They just weren't senior pastors. Any final thoughts on that, Brad?
Yeah, the scriptures point to both to put 2 points. One is that men and women have equality of value, but not equality of function, and those two should never be confused. But sticking to the Word of God, I think you did an excellent job, and I think that's what we need to do as we face the changes in society today.